Good afternoon, everyone. A live mic. What a joyous, joyous celebration. Thank you so much to all of you who have joined us today. My name is Lynette Marshall, and I have the joy of serving as president of the University of Iowa Center for Advancement, and we are thrilled to have you here as we celebrate the opening of the University of Iowa Stanley Museum of Art and the return of our exquisite collection to the University of Iowa campus. Thank you for being here. We have waited a long time for this day, 14 years, in fact, and it's a wonderful day, not only for our campus, but also for our community and the entire state. The Stanley Museum is proud to be a museum for all Iowans, and it's fitting that today we come together to pause to offer our expansive and renowned art collection an official welcome home. We have a number of special guests who are here with us today. In a moment, you will hear from our university president, Barb Wilson, Sherry Bates, the president pro tem of the Board of Regents of the state of Iowa, and Lauren Lessing, the director of the University of Iowa Stanley Museum of Art. We're also thrilled to be able to have 3 students with us today. Lauren Smith is a sophomore working on her bachelor's degree in communication studies and a museum studies certificate. Megan Daner is a 2008 graduate and is currently pursuing her master's in arts education. And Philip Dixon is a PhD candidate in the College of Engineering. There are many people who are here with us today to mark this historic day. Please hold your applause until I have introduced everyone and we will welcome them collectively. Brittany Carroll is here attending on behalf of Senator Ernst. Brittany, we'll ask folks to stand or wave their hands. Josh Millard representing Congresswoman Marionette Miller-Meeks. And Ambassador Mary Kramer. Mary, where are you? Right here in the back. Mary also donated one of the beautiful textiles that are in the African exhibit, so be sure to see that today. Also from the Iowa Board of Regents are Regent David Barker and Regent Nancy Butker. From the Iowa Department of Cultural Affairs, Chris Kramer, and our elected officials, Senator Joe Bolcom, Representative Dave Jacoby, Representative Mary Masher, and former State Senator Bob Dvorsky. Thank you so much. I'm also delighted to welcome back to town our former university president, Bruce Harold, and his wife, Mary. And Sean O'Hara was standing right where he was when we broke ground. Sean, welcome back. You will remember that Sean was the director of the museum from 2010 to 2017. Thank you to all of you for joining us. Dozens and dozens of you who are here today have been donors to this remarkable project, and I want to acknowledge the important role you have played in bringing the Stanley Museum back to campus. The Stanley Museum has one of the largest proportions of philanthropy ever provided for a non-athletic building on our campus. A full 50% of the $50 million cost for the project came from philanthropy. Thank you to each of you for your support. Of course, we wouldn't be here today without the generosity of 2 generations of the Stanley family from Muscatine. Their transformational gift made this day possible, and their support of the museum spans over decades. It was in 1984 that Max and Betty Stanley made an historic gift when they donated 800 African ritual masks, religious sculptures, and other rare objects that they had collected on their world travels. The Stanley's collection, along with the creation of a faculty fellowship in African art, established the University of Iowa as a destination for African art students and scholars, and you can see several of those objects on display today. Max and Betty's son, Richard Stanley, and his wife, Mary Jo, likewise became two of the museum's greatest supporters, and in 2017 made a gift that continued the family's legacy. The $10 million gift, a portion of which came from Max and Betty's estate, was the catalyst for the success of our $25 million capital campaign. Ultimately, thousands of donors came together to make this dream a reality, and on behalf of everyone, we are grateful for your support. So this has been a long time in the making, as I said, and today I want to offer specific thanks to those who diligently promised that while they were stewards and leaders of the University of Iowa, that our museum would return. The months that turned into years following the historic flood in 2008 brought many, many challenges, but the dedication of the staff, university leadership, the museum's advisory board, the fundraising campaign volunteers, the community, and arts patrons from across the country have helped us build this new museum that will be a destination for discovery, education, and artistic innovation for years to come. We've been deeply fortunate to have the support of the Board of Regents throughout this long journey, and I'm now pleased to invite Sherry Bates, President Pro Tem of the Iowa Board of Regents, to share a few words.
Thank you, Lynette. Good afternoon. It is a great honor to join you on this important day for the state of Iowa. I am proud to represent the Iowa Board of Regents as we dedicate this spectacular new facility. Enormous talent, vision, and dedication have gone into the planning and building of this remarkable museum, and I thank everyone who has been a part of such a monumental undertaking. This is not only a great day for the University of Iowa and the Regents universities, but for the entire state. Here at the University of Iowa, Stanley Museum of Art, all aspects of the Regents' core mission will be realized. As students explore the incredible art within these walls, we will provide learning that empowers understanding and excellence. As faculty, staff, and students investigate the resources this museum provides, we will promote research that increases creativity and innovation. And in opening a world-class collection of art to all, we will achieve our public purpose of enhancing the quality of life for our state's citizens. In that spirit, the Stanley Museum of Art will be a tremendous resource for not only the faculty, staff, and students of the University of Iowa, but for those from across the state and beyond. Through this museum, we want to ensure the best for Iowa's teachers, learners, researchers, creators, and citizens to provide some of the highest achievements in the art world for the education and the enjoyment of all who visit, and to enhance our state's quality of life at the highest level possible. So on behalf of the Board of Regents, thank you again to all who have made this day possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sherry. We appreciate you being with us today. Just over a year ago, the University of Iowa welcomed a new president to the University of Iowa campus. She is an enthusiastic leader who has spent her first year devoted to engaging with students, faculty, and staff, and she's engaged with our legislative and state leaders in Des Moines and around the state, and finally with hundreds of thousands of alumni across the nation. When she and her husband, John, arrived on campus, she immediately shared their excitement at leading Iowa's next chapter, and today is one of those milestone moments. Please join me in welcoming the 22nd President of the University of Iowa, Dr. Barb Wilson.
Wow, I am so excited for this day. I can barely stand it. Thank you, Lynette. Thank you, Regent Bates, for all you've done to make this possible, and thanks so many of you. This is those of you who are in the shade and those of you who are in the sun. You are standing here because this is an amazing moment in the history of the University of Iowa, and we're just so grateful that you're here to celebrate with us. I want to pay a special thanks to the regents. They've already been called out, but we didn't have Regent Jim Lindemeyer on the list, and so I want to recognize him as being here as well. The regents have been simply phenomenal throughout this process. They've showed up every time we've asked, and in great numbers, and we're really grateful. I also want to thank our local and state and federal representatives, because we couldn't do anything in higher ed without your support. So thank you so much for being here and for really helping us imagine the future of the University of Iowa. I also want to call out a special thanks to former President Bruce Harold and his wife Mary. They don't want me to call out their names, but I can't help but do it. You are a big part of the reason that this building behind us stands as elegantly and professionally and amazingly as it does. So thank you for all your work on behalf of this university. You know, our excellence is far more than buildings, and we celebrate so many great facilities on this campus, and we work to make some of them better. But when we have a building that inspires us, it's part of who we are going to imagine ourselves to be in the future. And this building is truly an inspiration for all of us as we go forward. It started out as an idea. It had lots of challenges along the way, many of which I wasn't part of, and so I'm very grateful for the people that stuck with it and continued to push forward through lots of hurdles to get this thing built. And now today, we stand on their shoulders celebrating what is here in front of us. And it is truly an inspiration. When you get a chance to go in, you're going to just have many moments of awe. You're going to be almost breathless at the art that's in it and the collections that are amassed here. And I hope for all of us that this becomes a place for students, for faculty, for staff to spend moments, hours, even days, if Lauren will let us, in just truly enjoying the magnificent art that's in this facility. It's completely mesmerizing, and we owe a great deal of thanks to all the people that came before us to make this possible. I'm really delighted also to say that this is not going to just be for stakeholders here at this campus. What we really want this facility to be is an educational center for K through 12 children, students across the state. So, you know, a bold goal will be, could we get every third grader in Iowa into this facility to spend a moment thinking about the transformational effects of art on society? That would be an amazing goal, wouldn't it? I have no doubt that the person I'm about to introduce could make such a thing happen. So for those of you who know Lauren, you know that I'm going to brag for a moment about our amazing director of the Stanley Museum, Lauren Lessing. She oversees everything about this building, including the collections, the staff, the educational programming that will exist in our future, and she is really an amazing person because she's an art historian who can talk about many pieces of art in more complex ways than anyone I know, but with a great deal of enthusiasm. She's been an educator and an art leader for more than 25 years, and her experience is across many museums, including the Art Institute in Chicago. She came to us in 2018, and what a surprise and what an amazing moment when we hired her. And she's been just a fabulous advocate of this facility. And I want to share two quick stories about Lauren. I'm not going to embarrass you, Lauren, I promise. So before the building formally opened, we decided to have a brief reception for the Board of Regents in this building. And at that time, it was completely empty. Every wall was white, and they were all excited about the building, but there was nothing in it in the way of art. So I said, yes, I'd like to have the board have a reception in there, but we can't just bring them into an empty building. And of course, Lauren was saying, well, it's gorgeous, and there's these walls and these doors and these fabulous corners and things that they can look at. And I said, I said to my staff, no, we got to have some art in there. Well, and then I got the message back, the art isn't ready. We can't undo the art. It's too much work. It's all stored away. The building isn't ready for the art. So I gently said to Laura, I think, McLaren, where is she? Go back and talk to them again, because we need a little art in the building if we're going to bring the Regents in. And less than a day later, Lauren came back and said, they're going to make it happen. And that's an example of Lauren. So when the Regents remember, we sat around a table in one of the classrooms, and she let us look at African art and explained it in great detail, and it was a moment in history. And that is who Lauren Lessing is. Now, that's my first story. My second story, we just held the faculty retreat in this building, and it was a fabulous day. There were all kinds of students knocking, trying to get in the door, because we were all sitting in the foyer there, and we're like, no, we're not open yet, come back in another week or so. But at one point, we finally finished, and we were leaving the building, going out the back, and I see this person standing behind the building with a little camera, her phone held up, and all of a sudden I look, and that's Lauren. What the heck is she doing out behind the building, standing near a big truck? So I walk up and I go, Lauren, what are you doing out? She's, well, I'm filming this truck as they take out the sculpture that's sitting out in the lawn. She said, we have to capture this for the history of this museum. So here's our director, who probably has 100 other things to do, standing out, really overseeing, I think, the unloading of this sculpture out of the truck. And I said, duties as assigned. Amazing director and duties as assigned. So I think those are both great examples of the passion, the care, the enthusiasm, and excitement that she brings to this Stanley Museum. Please join me in welcoming Lauren Lessing.
Thanks all of you for coming out today. This is such a pleasure to be with you on this beautiful sunny day. I mean, what a contrast in Iowa City just about 14 years ago. A very different scene was unfolding. The Iowa River at that time, swollen, jumped its banks, engulfed 16 campus buildings, including most of the Arts Campus and the Art Museum. Today, with the opening of the University of Iowa Stanley Museum of Art, we are at long last fully recovered from that flood. In fact, we're more than recovered. We now have an elegant, state-of-the-art campus art museum designed for the 21st century. I join President Wilson, Regent Bates, and Lynette Marshall in thanking everyone who made this building possible, most especially the Stanley family, but also everyone who's given to make this museum a reality and who's worked to make this museum a reality. My deep thanks are also due to the leadership of this university and the Board of Regents for their steadfast support of the museum. And I have to thank the Stanley's fabulous staff. You might think from President Wilson's very sweet introduction that I'm like a one-man band, but let me assure you I am not. I have the great honor to work with a staff of dedicated professionals who have worked tirelessly to make this moment come to be. The best art changes the way that we see the world. So take, for example, Jackson Pollock's masterpiece, Mural, which now is home after its world tour and installed at a place of honor in our inaugural exhibition, Homecoming. In 1943, the collector Peggy Guggenheim commissioned Pollock to paint a wall-sized canvas for the foyer of her New York apartment. She bought him a huge bolt of primed Belgian canvas, very, very expensive stuff, very hard to get in the midst of the Second World War. And Pollock, who was desperately poor at the time, was intimidated by that vast expanse of white. He was afraid of making a bad start. So he trimmed the bolt just to the size that he needed for Peggy Guggenheim's foyer, and he used all the little remnants to work out his ideas. He painted various mythological scenes that told different stories from ancient Greek history and mythology. And then he turned back to the big blank canvas, and he let all of those stories go, and he painted something entirely new. A purely abstract work. That movement from the familiar to the new is what the Stanley Museum of Art exists to teach: innovation, epiphany, creativity, and how to lean into change. Guggenheim was always ahead of her time, and she understood mural's capacity to teach, so she gave it to the University of Iowa. Why Iowa? Because the University of Iowa dedicated itself to showing and acquiring challenging contemporary art even before it had a museum. Because we were the first university in the world to recognize creative work as research and to understand the profound impact of teaching about history, culture, and ideas in the presence of important works of art. Because we were and are a great university for the arts. We're opening the doors of this new museum in a world that's really different from the world that existed in 1969 when this museum was founded. We're facing and embracing our audiences in new ways. Thanks to growing diversity in the museum field, museums are incorporating more voices and more points of view into our galleries. Art museums have never been more needed than they are right now, and we understand more clearly than ever the many ways that art serves us. Art shifts paradigms, it strengthens our economy, it helps us heal, and it comforts us in grief. It enhances our empathy, hones our ability to think creatively and critically, soothes us, excites us, and reminds us that we're human. The new Stanley Museum of Art is a showcase for our world-class art collections, of course, but it's also a gathering place for our community. It's a forum for important, urgent conversations, a library of global visual culture, a laboratory for research, teaching, and learning, and a crucial part of the student experience here at the University of Iowa. And for all of these reasons, it's really an honor to welcome 3 members of the museum's Student Advisory Board, the Stanley Campus Council, to come to the podium and speak about what the museum means to them. So first, I will call up Lauren Smith. Just a reminder, Lauren is class of 2025, pursuing a BA in Communication Studies with a Museum Studies certificate. Please join me in welcoming Lauren.
My name is Lauren. I'm a sophomore transfer, so I'm new to this university and to the Stanley. I feel like I couldn't have shown up at a better time, to be honest. I'm so excited to be here because it's my belief that art museums in particular are an integral cultural resource that every last person deserves to access. The capacity of art to shock and to awe is matched only by its capacity to teach. And the Stanley was designed with that in mind. This is a classroom for our community. Its sole purpose is to give us all the chance to learn up close and personal what art means to us and what it has meant to the artisans who have come before us. As a communications studies major, earning a certificate in museum studies, I wanted to be a part of the Stanley Campus Council since it exists to connect this institution to the body of people it is meant to serve. And I'm still new, but I hope to do lots of good work with this group. And to be honest, what better work to start with than opening the Stanley's doors to everyone who makes and loves art. So thank you so much for this opportunity.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan Daner, and I am an artist, an art teacher, a parent, and a longtime Iowa City resident. Currently, I am pursuing a master's in art education at the College of Education right over there. I'm also an instructor for the community art class Stanley Creates. I'm particularly excited to be here today for this celebration because in 2008, I was an undergrad. As the floodwaters rose, I remember the palpable panic of anxiety and uncertainty, particularly in the campus art community. Everything felt so disconnected. Now, with the opening of the new building, the homecoming of all the artworks, and the renewal of support from all of you, we can once again have a place to look, learn, and connect not only to the one-of-a-kind collection, but ourselves and each other. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. What a beautiful day in the shade. I'm not sure if it's as nice in the sun over there, but come on over in the shade if you're hot. My name is Philip Dixon. I am a PhD student in the College of Engineering right across the street in the Siemens Center in environmental engineering. Within the program, I'm studying fighter remediation and bioaugmentation. Previously, I earned master's degrees in civil engineering at the University of South Florida, environmental engineer at Cornell University, and special effects makeup at the Cinema Makeup School in Los Angeles. I love art. The Stanley's building collection and resources, other opportunities help others and me in our academic learning by providing outlets from academia. Art can regenerate our academic powers so we can continue making progress with learning and research. Art also helps others and me with social, emotional, personal interests by balancing our minds. Overall, the collection shares history, creativity, and beauty and should be shared to all. I hope you all can enjoy it later on today. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren Lessing, as well as our students, Lauren, Megan, and Philip. We are so pleased that you could share your excitement for today as well. I'd like to again thank Lauren and her remarkable museum staff for this Herculean effort, as well as my colleagues in the cabinet and my colleagues at the University of Iowa Center for Advancement who've worked closely with our generous donors for their role in this historic association. We're grateful for all that you do for Iowa. Lauren mentioned that we hope you will stay to experience the homecoming of this art and homecoming as the inaugural exhibition that's on display today. Please note that the second floor galleries in the museum can safely accommodate about 150 visitors at a time, so you may have to wait a bit as other visitors file through. I know we all share great excitement for this inaugural exhibition, and we're grateful for your patience. We also have a wonderful weekend of events ahead of us in the new building as well as here in Gibson Square Park. Please be sure to take in the new sculptures that are here in the park, and I hope you enjoy the celebration of our new home for art at Iowa. At this time, I would like to invite each of our speakers to come forward, and we're going to do the ribbon cutting at the top of the stairs in front of the building. And after the ribbon cutting, that will conclude our program. Thank you.